Something we've only seen less than a handful of times since this franchise was born back in the 90s, and that's Jacksonville hosting in the playoffs as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
They go play fake. Mahomes. This one is caught. It's Moore. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Kayvon Chaisson, the former first-rounder, in there to get the sack.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed it. Off the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Looking deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down and 4, Mahomes.
Going to be caught here left side, Moore. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And they'll run again.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And Mahomes is going to keep it.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, You got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that will bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, Eckler. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well.
Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs will take over here just shy of the 30.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
Andy, you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot, force the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
On fourth down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City.
Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
3-0 after 1 on EA.
Come on,
Eckler now between the tackles. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Now Lawrence on first down.
He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
They go play action with Lawrence.
It's complete to Williams.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
He'll connect on the out route with Ingram. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put down.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down. The 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. That pass complete to Moore. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain there of 21 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now here's Mahomes. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body, getting to him before he can get started.
They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. Orlando Brown, the former Raven, the guilty party. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Butker's kick here is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Take it in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. On the set. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. This is swung out to Eckler. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Oh, nice move. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. Touchdown! Zay Jones as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit up.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Foyesade American. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just have to say, let's take a knee going into half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points. Well, the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
And he'll be out right at the 35.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And this will be a Jaguars first down as they get this up to about the 42. And they gave themselves options there on the third down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
To throw on 2nd and 6, Lawrence being chased out left. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well. Play action. It's Lawrence. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The end result, 21 yards. Eckler is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence. Touchdown, Jaguars. Zay Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. But, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Now this throw caught left side, and he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Mahomes now to throw. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
25 yards that time. Now it's Mahomes again. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on second and goal here. Moore, the man in motion. On second and goal, Mahomes looking middle, and that's complete. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Here's Mahomes, third and goal. Flushed out right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
As a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. It's Eckler again. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field. and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sky Moore, 53 yards. And the Chiefs have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Mahomes will throw for it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. That'll be caught. It's Toney. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On play action, Lawrence. He's got a man, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 39 yards there, a big one. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Up the middle with Eckler. He gets this down to the 3. Brought the power run out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Eckler again. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Austin Eckler. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Mahomes going to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. Well, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim
chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defensive side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
94 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Touchdown! Zay Jones saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Jags are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead. A 15-point game now. You make the extra point, and that means on the other side you need 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. That's a pretty tall order here in the fourth quarter.
Agreed, because they really needed to come up with a stop there. And even if...
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 75 yards. And the Chiefs are able to cut into that deficit. Important extra point up and through as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So we'll see the onside kick here right out of the 2-minute warning. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Lawrence. And this is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one good for 37 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Loss Austin Ekeler, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for one here. And it's good, so that will get them back within one score. So with exactly a minute to play, here comes a critical onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the Jaguars. And that should just about do it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. A handoff, it's Ekeler. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. The Jaguars season will continue at least one more week as we say so long, everybody.